Okay, first grade friends, it's Tuesday, January 5th, 2021. We started off our class today talking and reminding ourselves what it looks like to be an online learner of respect, always act responsibly, a motivated learner, and safety. We're really focusing on the A, act responsibly. We're going to join on time, have our materials ready, start class with our device charged. We're going to be sitting in a table or a desk. We're going to try to stay away from the floor, beds, and our couches because that's not a great learning place. We're going to make sure we also turn our work in on time. All right, let's get started. Remember, today it's Tuesday, so you need your red word book. That's the materials you're going to need today, red word book, and your red writing utensil if you've got your red crayon or your red marker. Remember that red words are words that we can't sound out. All right, make sure that you pause the video, and in Google Classroom, you're going to find the link to the Haggerty video. You need to make sure that you continue to practice your phonemic awareness. This is the foundation and a very important part of our teaching and learning. All right, let's get started on our red words. We're going to do 2 red words today. So let's review our routine. It's been a little while since we have done red words. So remember, we're going to write the red word in your red word book on the big line first. We're going to stand up and we're going to arm tap that word 3 times. Then we're going to trace it 3 times with our finger. Then we'll be turning the page to spell it 3 times and then using that word in a sentence. All right, so our first word is the word here. When we're looking at that word here, so we've turned to a new page in our red word book. Our last red word that we did together, I believe, was the word any. So we're flipping up. So we're on the page with the big single line. Make sure you're on the big single line. Our word today is the word here. Now, this is the word like come over here. The jacket is over here. It's not I can hear you. That is spelled differently. So we need to make sure that we know what kind of here we are dealing with. Make sure when you write that word, you're going to start at the top. All of our letters start at the top. The H is a tall letter. So with your red crayon, you're starting at the top. You're going down to that baseline, and you're going to retrace up to that dotted line and back down. For that E, I like to start here. I think Mrs. Sanderson in her video, she starts over here. You're going to make that C curve around and then come back in and join that up. That R starts at the dotted line, goes down to the baseline, back up for that hook. And we did the E over there, so we're going to start making that letter C up to the midline, down to the baseline, and come back in and join that together. So pause the video. You're going to write the word here in your red word book. Once you've done that, you're going to come on back and we're going to continue. Okay, so you've got the word here written in your red word book. Now we're going to stand up and we're going to arm tap it. So remember, you're standing up, no sitting down for this part. You're holding that book out in front of you. You are saying the letters, reading the word, and tapping down your arm. Here we go. H-E-R-E, here. Do it along with me. H-E-R-E, here. H-E-R-E, here. Excellent. All right, have a seat. Next, we are going to finger trace. So set your book down just like you were about ready to write. You've got one hand holding your book. You've got your writing finger, whatever hand you write with, ready to trace. And we're going to trace the letters. We're going to say the word. Here we go. H-E-R-E, here. H-E-R-E, here. H-E-R-E, here. Excellent. Now you are ready to write it 3 times. So you're going to flip the page up. Make sure you don't write up here. This is not where we want to write. We want to hide this so that we can't see it because we're going to work on memorizing it. So you're flipping it up And you're going to write the word here. And you're going to say the letters as you write it. So you're going to write H-E-R-E, and then you're going to say the word here. Do it one time and then stop and check your work. If you have it correct, you're going to write it 2 more times. And remember, we're going down the page. We're making like a list. We are not writing a sentence, so we're not going across. And you are going to write, and then once you've done it 3 times, you are going to write your own sentence. I often give you a sentence, but you're to the point now where you can make up your own sentence. But remember, when you're making your sentence, make sure that you're thinking about capital letters, line spacing, and punctuation. Pause the video. You're going to write that word here 3 times. Then you're going to write your sentence. Once you've done that, come back and we're going to go on to our next word. Okay, our next word for today, this is the word girl. Girl. G-I-R-L. Girl. Notice that G is a basement letter. It's going to drop below. When we write that letter G, we do the curve first. So we're going to make our curve, trace it all the way up and close it, swing down for the hook, let it go into the basement. That I, we're going to start at the dotted line, go to the baseline, and add our dot at the top. The letter R starts at that dotted line or the midline, down to the baseline. Retrace it back up just like we did on our other word for our hook. The L, it's a tall letter. It starts all the way at the top, goes to the baseline. The word is girl. Pause the video, and on your one big single line page, you're going to write the word girl. G-I-R-L. Girl. Okay, once you have that done, time for the arm tapping. Everybody needs to be up on your feet. This is so important. You're holding the book out in front of you. You're looking at the letters and we're arm tapping. Do it with me. Here we go. G-I-R-L. Girl. G-I-R-L. Girl. G-I-R-L. Girl. Okay. Have a seat. Get ready for your tracing. You've got one hand holding your paper. Your hand that you write with, your pointer finger, is ready to trace. Here we go. G, I, R, L, girl. G, I, R, L, girl. G, I, R, L, girl. Okay, you're ready to write it. Remember, you're not writing up here. This was where we had that word he. You're flipping it up. You're going to write it 3 times. Do it once, then go back and check your work. Make sure you have it spelled correctly. And when you're writing it, you're going to say the letters G, I, R, L, and then the word girl. So you're going to write it 3 times. Once you've done that correctly, come on down to your sentence. You're going to write your own sentence. Make sure that you use the word girl in your sentence. Make sure you start with a capital letter. Leave good spacing between your words. Using the line spacing, we don't want any floating letters. You need to keep your letters on the line and punctuation at the end. Once you've done that, come back and we will continue. All right, so we did the word here and the word girl today. Okay, so now it's time to do some work, but remember, we've got some expectations that we're reviewing. It's always good to keep those up front. We're starting with that new year, the 2021, so we want to make sure when you're doing your independent work that you're being respectful, always responsible, motivated learner, and safety. Please make sure, looking at that A, always responsible, you are completing your work on time. Make sure that you're checking your Google Classroom each day. Assignments are not optional, and Wednesday work is not optional. Please check that work every day and turn those in on the same day that they've been assigned or as close to that as possible. All right, so our assignment today is in the Your Turn practice book, page 132, where you're going to continue to practice those red words. I also want you to continue to practice your sight words. I have them linked. The game is linked here for you as well. Now, one of the things that I've included in your assignment is that our goal for the winter of first grade, when we do our fast reading assessment coming up here in a couple weeks, is that you are able to read 50 sight words in 1 minute. So all of this time, all through the year, I've wanted you on Tuesdays and Thursdays to practice your sight words. You really need to start doing that if you haven't been, because your expectation is that you're going to be able to read 50 words to me in a couple of weeks. So what I want you to do is grab those packets, flip through them, set the timer, see how many you can read in 1 minute. You can even share how well you did with me in Google Classroom and let me know how you're doing on that. All right, you also have Lexia Core in there to complete today as well. All right, friends, I will see you all very soon. Watch for Wednesday work tomorrow. Have a great night. Bye.